All right.
Welcome everybody to the next episode of Purposely, where I'll be talking to Ritchie from Millennial Digital. Super excited to have him on the show.
Hey, everyone. Super excited to be here. And thank you so much, Emily, for inviting us for this opportunity. Let's kill it.
Awesome. So I found you and your business partner and your business on Instagram, and I must say I love your content. It's really it really stands out. It looks super slick, but it's
Thank
also
you.
really helpful.
Yeah, we try. Yeah. I mean, we're not a designer. Our background is in marketing, right? So I actually just started designing to like 2 weeks into the lockdown. So that's
Wow.
sometimes in March, I think. Yeah. And
Yep.
then just start learning. And then as you can see, like from our first post to like now, there's a lot of changes because it
Yep.
just gradually improves, right, day by day. But yeah, it's been an exciting time.
Amazing. So for everybody who's listening, if you're at a barbecue or a dinner party, which we're not allowed to go to right now because we live in Melbourne, but if someone says to you, "Hey, Ritchie, what do you do?" What do you say? How do you explain what you do?
Right. I'll just say that I run my own marketing agency. We specialize in ads management and sales funnels. And I would say like I'm just a guy who's trying to make an impact on this world, really. Just one
How
person at a time.
I love it. I love it. That's so millennial. So millennial. I love the
Yeah,
name of
right?
your
So
business.
millennial.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Millennial Digital. So for you, does the word millennial have a positive or negative connotation?
Ooh, I would like to definitely positive for me, right? I mean, millennial is just someone who's I think it's the expression of freedom. That's
Mm.
how I see it personally. Like, we want to express ourselves. We don't want to be held back with like traditions or cliches, things like that. I feel like we just want to express it in our own unique way, and I think that's a beautiful thing about millennials or Gen Z now, as they call it as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I like to think millennials equals freedom. Yeah,
that's
which
cool.
is
I
what
love that.
I think living is all about.
That's true. And millennials are the generation that are actually starting to challenge that and actually live, breathe, and do it. With so many
Yeah.
of you quitting the 9 to 5 corporate job and
Yep.
starting your own business and being entrepreneurial. So what's your story? How did you
Right.
end up running a digital agency? Is that your background, or what's the story behind the story, Richie?
Okay. So it's gonna be good actually if Kobe was here, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the one who started it, and he's sort of like the one invited me to do it. So I met Kobe. I met Kobe when we were both working in real estate, as a real estate
Wow.
agent at Ray Wise. So he was the marketing manager. I was the real estate agent. I was just starting out, and then because Kobe is the only Indonesian, like with the Indonesian background in the whole office. That's why we
Yeah.
really clicked,
Yeah.
right? And then that's how we just become like best of best friends. Like we go out on weekends. We like you know it's more than just a colleague. After a while,
Yeah.
he's more of like a brother to me now, right? So there was
Oh.
one day, so I think it was 2018. I think I can't remember whether 2018 or 2017. End of 2018, I think that was it. No, sorry, end of 2017. So
Yep.
Kobe found like he was just trying to find new leads for the business, right? And he finds that the traditional way of real estate marketing, it's very like it's just too traditional.
Yeah.
Everyone is doing it. Everyone is doing the same thing, having that board, go on that same sales traditional process. He tried to like incorporate Facebook ads into Ray White, and obviously it wasn't successful when he first started. I think he got like 3 leads. Sorry, 1 lead in 3 months.
Wow.
One
Yep.
lead in 3 months, which is like, what the hell are you doing, right? But then
Yep.
he started to actually use his own money because he wants to see whether he can really make this work because the company doesn't want to invest in this anymore. So
Yeah.
he took out,
Cool.
I think about $500, of his
Rebel.
own savings for Ray White. Like he's not even getting commission for this. He just wants to do it because he thinks that he has this business, an opportunity for him to test out his skills, right? So he just took $500 off the savings, and then he just did it. And then from that $500, he started getting like 10 leads that month. $500.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry,
like,
my phone just rang, which is
okay.
like I'm
That's
just having the worst day when it comes to technology. I've had my laptop nearly like ran out of battery, just all kinds of stuff. I've got a new phone. I've got a new Galaxy phone, and I don't know how to like turn off the volume, the ringer thing.
Right.
Like,
I'm an Apple guy. I wouldn't know.
I know, but I can't even do it. I can't even. Oh, hang on. There we go.
You got it?
I think I'm doing it. There we go. I've done it. Sorry.
All right, cool. So I was just saying, like after he spent that $500 himself, and then he got his he got like about 9 to 10 leads for our business.
Wow.
Right. So and then I started to believe, well, this guy seems like he knows what he's doing. He's so committed, right? And then because I'm a sales guy, like I'm the guy who loves talking to people, and he's more of like the behind the scene guy. He told me like, hey, would you mind, maybe like getting like some leads from me for my business? Like I want to do this as a side hustle. So then I tried to like, okay, I tried to get some clients, I tried to get him leads. And from there, after like 2-3 clients, we just started to become, look, you know what? Like, let's not, I don't want to take commission anymore. How about we do this business together instead, right? Because I'm so invested in it as well. After like trying to find clients for his work, and because I really believe in his work, I also started to learn more about marketing, like about the digital marketing as well. And I love it because one of the best thing about digital marketing is that I can feel that we can really help people, like we impact people's lives directly by building their business. Like, when someone come to us, say they're making like $5,000 a month, that's pretty good, that's decent. But when we can make this person $10,000 a month with the service we provide, that means so much more to us. Like, because this person can take his family to holiday, can take his children to better school, things like that. And that's like the kind of impact that I want to bring out to this world, really. Yeah, that's why I said like one client at a time. So that's sort of like our mission. Yeah.
I love it. And it sounds like what you're doing in terms of marketing, you're really focused on results and quantifying the results, because I've been in business for 10 years, and I'll be honest, my experience with a lot of marketing agencies, they promise the world and then they deliver not very much, because it's not about results. It's a bit fluffy. So how do you guys differ from the typical digital agency that talks about, oh, you've got to build your brand and all this other wank, to like actually increasing your sales and leads and doing all that stuff?
I love this question. And I think this is the biggest point of differentiation when it comes to our own agency, right? So we do take a setup fee. So we have setup fee. That's about $1,000 to $2,000 US. It depends on where you are at. But how we're different is we don't take any retainer fee at all. So we're a commission-based marketing agency.
Wow.
If you don't make money, we don't make money. And that's why, like, when we take on clients, we want to make sure that this client has the potential to be up there, to scale his or her business, right?
Yep.
So we sort of like interview our clients as well. Like, are you committed to this? How much can you invest? Things like that. And the thing is, like, when we take on a client, we really want to be present. They're not a number to us, right? They're not just like when an agency takes retainer fee, like let's say $1,000 a month. Yeah. Like if he or she doesn't deliver results, they're gonna get the $1,000 as well, right? But for us, if we don't give our clients like the results that they desire, we don't get any money. We don't get paid too. So that's when we really invest ourselves, and we want to make sure that when we take you on board and when you take us on board, it's gonna be a success. And to be honest, like I would say like maybe starting last year, like 2019 June, ever since that, we only take on serious clients, and all of our clients has been a success because they listen to us, we collaborate, we help one another, and it's always gonna be a win-win. And like no retainer fee also allows our clients to know that we are really in that for them, because the way how we come up with this is that I was in real estate, right? We were both in real estate, and if you don't sell a house, you don't get your commission. So it's the same thing. Like if I don't give you results, why should my client pay me? I don't want to be seen as an expense. I don't want my brand to be seen as an expense. I want people to like line up to work with me. That's the kind of brand and persona that I want to like voice out from Millennial Digital. Yeah. And now we're working with 9 clients.
Cool. So it sounds like you've got skin in the game, which means that you're 100% committed to getting results. I absolutely 100%. Love that. That's really cool. Where do I sign up?
I've got a discovery question first. It's all a process, yeah. And another good thing is that you know how like most businesses have a strategy call, right? So what happened with us is that when let's say you do the discovery questions, we'll list down all the questions that you need to answer, and then once we receive that, we'll give you a marketing plan like completely free. Right. Cool. So we'll show you all, or this is what you need for your ads. This is what you need for your website, your funnels. Here you go. If you want to work with us, this is our price.
That is so cool. I love it. So you're giving people free value, which is free value, and then like, how can they say no to that really, unless they're not 100% invested? And I think that's a really good point about marketing. Like people think that they can just outsource marketing to someone else, but you still have to do the work because in this day and age, it's not like it was 20 years ago where you put an ad on TV for your consumer product and then people were like, oh my God, I need to buy that Rubik's Cube or whatever the hell it is. So it's all about content. It's about like understanding your clients and giving that free value, and you can't do that for them. You have to own that yourself. Like you can't outsource your brand to someone else is my thinking around it.
Yeah, that's why like this sort of like gets me back to the first time we did this sort of like agency when we were doing this as a side hustle. So we were doing social media management as well, right? Like I know there's a lot of social media management agencies who does this, but we don't do this anymore because we believe that the owner of the brand should be the one managing it. Yeah, like it should be his or her voice that you can see from the content and things like that. But that's why we sort of stopped doing this because we don't see the value. We don't see the value in it. Like you shouldn't outsource that. Like let's say for Millennial Digital, when we grow bigger one day, when we grow big, I would love to, like outsource everything else except that, like that personal branding, because no one can take that away from you. And that is so important in marketing, especially in today's generation. People buy from people, right? People don't buy from like celebrities anymore. Those influencers. It's all about that personal connection and genuine relationships.
Yeah, I would totally agree. And you can't outsource that. And if you try to, it doesn't sound like you. So
exactly,
you're talking my language. So I'm really interested in this whole phenomena about click funnels or sales funnels because I've got a business that's 10 years old, so we're quite mature in a lot of ways, but at the moment, COVID has meant that we are literally trying to productize everything that we do because it's a different economy now that we're living in and breathing, and customer needs have changed. So it's like ClickFunnels is like this dark art, and I am attracting all of this stuff about ClickFunnels because I'm talking about it, and you know how like the algorithms are listening to us, and then miraculously I'm getting all these ads about ClickFunnels, and everyone's got this, you know, amazing like course or an amazing ClickFunnel process that you can download. But I would really like to know what your thoughts are. Is there a magic ClickFunnel process, or is it different for every product? Like, can you buy a ClickFunnel system? Like, what's the deal with ClickFunnels?
Okay, so first things first, ClickFunnels is my best friend, right?
Yep, like the actual product ClickFunnels, because like there's lots of different things that do it right.
ClickFunnels is a software. ClickFunnels is like the software. You know, it's similar to like Shopify for e-commerce. ClickFunnels is for sales pages.
Okay.
Right? So ClickFunnels is basically like you're allowed in that whole software, you're allowed to create like a few pages in one funnel. Are you familiar with a sales funnel?
I am. So we use Ontraport. I don't know if you've heard of Ontraport.
No, Ontraport, no.
So it's like Infusionsoft or ClickFunnels, where you create landing pages and then you have campaigns. So it's like the campaigns, it's a ClickFunnel. So you create a landing page to get people into a particular sales funnel, and then you create like a system of touch points that they get over a certain period of time, and you can do all kinds of crazy shit with it. But what I don't understand how to do is to build the sequence of how often do you send people an email? Like, how many touch points do you need? Because it's like, you know, the whole marketing thing that I've learned is you give, and then ask. So you give them stuff, you give them a download, and then you ask them to buy something. So is there a magic system around this, or does it depend? Or does it depend on your industry, or like what's the go?
Look, it definitely depends on the industry, right? But for me, because most of our clients are coaches in the US, so business coaches, fitness coaches, mainly business and fitness coaches. So one thing that we love is to create a webinar. That's one of the magic formula. It's obviously it's not for everyone, but that's something that we love to do because it has been proven to generate, like for us and for our clients, at least like 6 figures in one webinar. So that's something that we truly believe in. So what we do in a webinar is that it's a free webinar. It's a free training that you can sort of like, say, for example, I don't know what's free training. So, one of the webinar that we just did is called Credit Repair in the US. So credit repair training, right? So we want to create a sales page first, like a registration page to collect all the emails, right? So I think we did about 2,000 emails in 1 week. And then once we have all these emails, you want to get that set?
No.
Sorry.
Fail.
So once we get all the emails, we will sort of like bring them to another page, which is part of the funnels as well, which is where the live webinar will be held, right? And then obviously at the end of that webinar, my client will try to get them to a coaching program, which is about $400 a month for that specific program. And then once, say, out of 2,000 people, 1,000 people attend, like 50% of the ones who registered attend, right? And then out of the 1,000 people who attended the webinar, maybe only 100 people bought the product, which is, how much is that? 100 times 400?
4,000?
40,000.
I'm so bad at maths.
400 times 100. Yeah, that's 4,000. Is it 4,000?
4,000?
No, it's 40,000.
40,000. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, 40,000.
So that's a good conversion rate.
It is a good conversion rate, but that doesn't stop there, right?
Yep.
So 40%, out of the 100 people, they will be once they purchase the $400 package, they will be taken to another page, which is an upsell page, right?
Okay,
So an
yeah,
upsell
yeah.
page is when you like, hey, there's a VIP upgrade opportunity right here. I know you want to fix your credit as soon as possible, but if you take this package B, just for example, give it a name, package B, it will accelerate the whole coaching program faster, and you will get your results much faster. So the whole point of the upsell is to show the buyers that if you take it, it will accelerate the results. If you only just take, sorry, it will accelerate the results much quicker rather than you just take the first package only, right? And if they don't buy that upsell package, then there's called a downsell page. See, there's so many different pages in ClickFunnels.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
we love it. Yeah.
It's
So,
so it's very like it sounds like there's a system. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a psychological kind of roller coaster that you're taking people on.
That's correct. Yes.
Mm.
So we all have the system. We create our own templates to see what works and doesn't, because we've been doing it for like almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're in love with it. We even create our own templates, and we actually give them out. We actually just give them out to help some other marketers who just starting. And I think another best thing about being in this digital marketing industry is the community. I think because it's such a new, and I would say it's a relatively new industry for about maybe 10 to 20 years. So everyone in the community is so helpful, so supportive to one another, especially to young guys like us who just starting out. There's been a lot of good mentorship, and that's something that we've been, very grateful about. Yeah.
Amazing. I think that's a really millennial thing though, in that like I think it's now really common in business to create this sense of community where you help each other, and there's this feeling of abundance where there's enough for everybody. I work in the HR space, and I know lots of HR business owners that I collaborate with and speak to, and we share stuff, and then sometimes they'll give us work or we'll give them work, whereas I think that like 20 years ago that really wasn't done. It was like, keep all your secrets to yourself, where we live in a world now where it's like giving is the new kind of thing that everyone believes in. So I think we've evolved as human beings, so that's good. So I love hearing shit like that. But the next question I have is around Facebook ads, because I think a lot of people out there who have a business have tried Facebook ads with limited success. So do you guys also help clients with Facebook ads, and what would be your advice around Facebook ads? Do they work? Is it worth the money? What's the go, Ritchie?
They definitely worth every single cent, right? But you gotta look at it. There's so much to Facebook ad than just releasing an ad. You gotta first, like when we take on a client, the onboarding process could take up to 2 weeks, because we really want to know who are their ideal clients, and by knowing their ideal clients, we want to really know, like, what do they eat, what do they do in the morning, what do they do in the afternoon, what lunch do they have. See, all these things, it will make up like sort of like a psychographic segment. And once we really tackle this, we really want to know the offers. We'll go into the offer. Like, why would this specific ideal clients would buy your offer, right? We want to make sure that they matched. And then there's a creative process where you do the copywriting, the design, and there's so much to it. It's not just about, I have a product here. I feel like, let's say Emily could be my ideal client. I'm just gonna show my ads in front of her. That's not how ads works. And there's a lot of misconception with, everyone can just do Facebook ads. It's so easy. It's simple. It's not, right? It's really not. And you need the right training. Like, I've got a story. Like Koby and I, when we first started, when me and Koby first started, with our first client, we made 0 sales in 3 months. Like in 3-4 months, we made 0 sales. And this guy just fired fired the hell out of us. Like, what the hell are you doing? You're wasting my money. Blah 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 blah. Like 4 months. So
And what did you learn? What did you learn?
when we learned so much, right? We need
Yep.
the ads is not right, the funnels is not optimized, the website is a bit too slow. So when it comes to Facebook ads, you got to think of ads as just the traffic to your website, to any landing page or whatever it is, right? The landing page itself has to be optimized. That's why we don't just do ads, we do both. Because if we only do ads, we can't control how much revenue we can make. That's why if anyone who wants to take us on board, we need to do pretty much the whole sales process, like the whole funnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also it's really important that you need to know your revenue goal. For example, for an e-commerce store, they're selling like let's say a pen, right? They are selling a pen for $5 each. Oh, and then their revenue goal is maybe $10,000 a month. Based on our experience and our current clients, like we need to spend at a minimum of like a quarter of the revenue. So if you want to make $10,000 revenue goal, you need to be investing at least $2,500. So that's sort of like the rule of thumb there. But I mean, it really depends on everyone, right? Sometimes you can make 10,000 with 2,000. Sometimes you can make it with $1,000. But we want to make it conservative. The conservative number is definitely 25% of the revenue goal.
Of the revenue.
Think about as well, yeah.
Cool. So this is all fascinating. I'm loving it. So what's your what would be your advice to anyone who's starting out and trying to like work out how to optimize their sales process? Because I think a lot of businesses, especially new ones, initially they literally have no idea what they're doing, and they wouldn't even understand what a sales funnel is. So what would be kind of the first step for a business who's just starting out, who wants more sales? Because everyone is in business wants more sales, right? Like that's the name of the game.
Of course, yeah. I mean, are you referring to a business or someone who wants to start digital marketing as a career?
No. So like a business owner who's like,
right.
It's like maybe they're selling I don't know, they've got like an online store on Shopify or something, and they're just they're doing all these Facebook ads and they're hearing crickets.
Right. I mean, it goes back to just now, to what I said before, right? Like, make sure that all the I really think that any business, like any business person who doesn't have digital marketing background, they need to learn it first. Like, don't just do it. Like you have to take the time to learn it, or if you want, you can hire some like agency like us or whoever is doing it, right? But if they really want to take this on themselves, then they really have to do the homework, because it's not going to be easy. It took us 6 months to get our first sale, like for our client, and that's nothing impressive. But the work, the experiences, all the failures and the lessons, that's what allow us to be here right now, helping like 9 clients. We help over like 10 clients get 6 figures every month. But that is only now. But before, it was all shit. It was really bad. Yeah, like we don't even get paid for 6 months because we don't make any sales.
Yes.
And our first sales on the 6th month was $200, and we get 20% of that, which is I think about $40. So that's my lunch and dinner money.
Yeah.
That's it. So, but, it's like,
So it sounds like marketing is really about testing and measuring. It's not like something that you set and forget. And I think that people think, I'm just going to set up this thing and it's just going to like miraculously happen. Like what I've learned in my business is like you create this product, you're like so pumped, like, yes. And then you put it out there and like you sell 5 and you're like, oh, it's a constant like assessment. You got to keep testing and measuring what works and what doesn't work. And that's can be quite painful.
It is painful. I mean, it is painful for any business who think that Facebook ads is a shortcut. They're completely mistaken. It's not a shortcut. It's a tool to help you grow your business. But in order to use this tool, you need to learn it, you need to understand it, you need to know when to implement it, because like sometimes like marketing is so big. There's Facebook ads, there's Google ads, there's email marketing. You need to know which stage your business is in, and
Yep.
then you can use which tools like is suitable for that phase of your business, right? So yeah, for me, anyone who wants to start doing like digital marketing or Facebook ads specifically, just got to do it. Just got to test it out and keep failing. Probably. I don't think I've met anyone who's done like who's successful in their first month, second month, third month. It's all
Yep.
about testing, testing, testing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what's your like favorite success story of a client that you've been working with that really you got a lot of like satisfaction from?
All right. Okay. So I met this person. His name is Pearson. He's a business coach in the US, right? So this is one of our first clients. So when I first approached him on, I think it was on Facebook group, like one of those Facebook group, right? I just sent him a message like, "Hey Pearson, I saw that you need help, blah 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 blah." And this is like our first like sort of like legit client, I guess. Actually put it that way.
Like
So
your real client, yep.
yeah, sort of like the real client, because he's the first person to pay a setup fee. Before it was just like commission based and we don't have any money, right?
Yeah,
So
yep.
he really believe in us. We give him like a plan, like all the marketing plan. This is what you need to do, blah 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 blah. And also the first client that did a webinar with us. So his first webinar, I think this was back in early 2018, maybe March, April 2018. Sorry, yeah, 2018. That's correct. So sorry, 2019. This is 2020, right? 2019,
Yeah.
just last year. Sorry,
Yeah.
just early last year. I approached him, and then he really believed in us, right? There's that someone, because I told him that we have very minor success. Like this is what we have achieved so far. I'm not gonna promise you $1 million, but I can promise you that your revenue will increase, like every month by doing this strategy that we have. And then he took a chance on us, and it's been
Yep.
so wonderful to work with up till today.
Yep.
So his first webinar, I think we spent about $1,000 on ads. We made him about 1,900. So we made $900 profit. It's nothing, right? It's such a small figure, but like,
Yep.
okay, but he still believes in us. He's like, "Boys, I love what you guys are doing. You guys are so committed. I'm gonna be working with you guys for a long time."
Yeah.
And accent. and then like now, like we just did a webinar 3 weeks ago. He made we spent about 20 grand on ads. He just
Wow.
made about $213,000 in US in that webinar.
Wow,
Because
that's
the
amazing.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah, the thing is that the first one is never going to be great, because people
Yeah.
need to warm up to you, right? There's
Yeah.
so many, the audience online need to warm up to your brand, to who you are, and it grows with your content as well, like your organic growth as well. Once you have a good amount of following, then it's so much easier to do your ads as well. So ads,
Yeah.
it's not like the first one is going to be successful. It's going to be incremental increase, and that's been one of the biggest achievement we have so far. And not only the revenue, but also how one person can believe in like two young boys from Melbourne,
Yeah.
and that's like, and he's all the way like in the US. So every time our meeting is like in my AMs, like 4-5 AMs, he's probably like 7-8 PM there. And
Wow.
that's been great. Yeah. So that's definitely one of the biggest, like, we're so grateful that we met him like 2 years ago. Oh, sorry, last year. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love hearing success stories, and also people, I think, inherently get a good feeling about people or a person or a business. Do you know what I mean? And what you were talking about before, it's like people buy people.
Yeah.
So it's so important to have that connection with people and that trust. But why do you think that you're picking up all these clients in the US? Like, I find that really fascinating.
Right. To be honest, like I met, again, it goes back to Pearson, right? He's from the US. He's from Oklahoma. So like most of our clients now are basically like a word of mouth. But he referred us 2-3 clients over the past 1 year. And that's why sort of like we got in touch with more like US based clients because of Pearson, because of this one man. Yeah. And we've got a few clients in Melbourne as well, doing e-commerce, a fitness coach as well. But yeah, most of our clients are based in the US. But I know there's like a huge time difference, but I suppose like you get used to that. Like, yeah, we don't take naps. Like the millennial digital boys, we don't sleep. We only take naps. Like we take like 3-hour naps in between, 3-hour naps. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No weekends.
On the hamster wheel. I was talking to Fred Shabesta in a podcast the other day. He's the founder of Finder, and he was telling me about this. I don't think it's a new thing. What did he call it? I can't remember what the actual name was, but essentially it was about napping, like you segmented sleep or something it's called. And
right.
so he and it all goes back to the fact that we're primal animals, and when we were evolving as apes or Neolithic cavemen, we didn't sleep. We didn't sleep at night, first of all, because that was the most dangerous time. Like, this is kind of off topic, but interesting. So we didn't sleep at night. Yeah, and we did segmented sleep because you would get up and like things would wake you up, and because you didn't feel safe, you would be on alert. And so we got used to being awake at night and getting up in the middle of the night and walking around, making sure that we're okay, and then going back to sleep, and then we would nap during the day. And so he was doing that, and like there's a lot of research that you have your best ideas and you're the most alert at like certain periods of the day. So like I don't know if you've heard of the 5 a.m. club, but there is this belief that's the golden age or the golden time within the day where it's like you're the most alert and creative and in tune with the world.
The 5 a.m. club. Right.
Yeah. It's a guy, Robin Sharma, wrote a book called The 5 a.m. Club. But so you just reminded me of that. Like, yeah, maybe you're going back to your primal kind of sleep pattern, and just and that's why we can do it, right? Like, we're so much more capable of pushing ourselves and doing things that we don't think that we are. Like, we think that you have to go to bed and have 8 hours sleep, and
exactly.
Like, how long do you reckon you sleep a night? Like, are you being serious? You literally don't sleep?
So I don't. So I sleep maybe I sleep from like 3 a.m. to about like 7 a.m. That's when I woke up.
Yep.
And then maybe I take like an hour break from like 12 to 1 normally on weekdays, and like 12 to 1 just full on nap, like power nap.
So you stay up till 3 a.m. every night?
Yeah, because if you look at our Instagram, most of our audiences are in India, Europe, and USA. So I have to sort of stay up on that time to engage with them. Like if they commented on our post, I just like chat with them. Pretty much like that's my chatting time. And that's
are you a night owl?
I don't know. A lot of people ask me that, but I feel like I don't want to like put myself in like daytime or nighttime. I just want to finish my work. Like, I just want to keep going. I know that it's unconventional because like I can't sleep. Like I feel bad sleeping, but I know that I need that for my health, right? Because all I can think about is what's the next step, and it's like there's that workaholic in me, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really interesting because I'm really fascinated with what I call the millennial mindset, and I do feel like you guys have a very unique mindset, and when you're on fire for what you do, you literally are like Energizer bunnies, and you can't stop. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's like an obsessive thing that you guys have. Like you become like obsessed with things, I guess. Like, what would you
Yeah.
say about
Yeah.
that?
I think like that's 100% correct. But also I know for a fact that it could lead to many bad decisions as well. Like I know what I'm doing, right? I know like sometimes we need to make a business decision, and I'm like so hyped up, so pumped up, and you get all these emotions running, and then that's when you know you're gonna make a bad decision. Because it happens to me a lot of times. Like, oh my god, this is gonna be good for our business. This is gonna be good for yada yada yada, and then boom, it failed, right? So that's something that I think all millennials should work on as well. The passion is great, the fire is amazing, but you need to sort of realize that I think like it's good to be realistic sometimes. Like
Yeah, yeah,
I love my freedom. I love to like share my opinions, but at the same time, I know that there's consequences to everything. And I think that's what most millennials don't realize. They think that the world is beneath them, kind of thing. You know,
yeah, yeah. That's
that's how I
interesting.
feel. Yeah.
Well, we might end with one last question. I could talk to you all day, but let's ask you one more question. So, like, what do you think are the characteristics that really epitomize millennials? Like, what are the three things that you would say millennials represent?
Oh, I think the first one is definitely freedom, right? Freedom
Yeah,
of speech, expression. I think I think to me, right, millennials are actually the most they're I don't know if selfish is the word. I feel alright, I'm gonna rephrase that.
entitled.
Entitled, yeah. I feel like millennials are so entitled. Like a lot of millennials, they want to be successful,
Mm,
right? They want to be successful. They want to be this. They want to be the richest man, richest woman, uh, whatever. They want to achieve some kind of success in their life, and they're so ambitious, right? But most of them, especially those people like around me, some that I know, they just love talking about it, but they don't actually put on the work. And
yeah,
that's also the reason why me and Kobe connect so much. It's because we were in real estate at a very young age, and then we sort of knew that we are not a big talker. We just got to do it. We are an action taker, right? And that's something that I think most millennials are missing. They love talking. They have like an amazing way of speech, like the way they communicate. Like I know for a fact that the fact that English is not my first language, it's I know that I have difficulty in speaking English, but I also know that by working hard, just putting on the effort, just keep doing it one day at a time. I know that it will eventually get better, and that's what most millennials are missing. They just focus on being like presentable, being cool from the outside. To me, that's what that's something that's been holding a lot of millennials back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Some good advice there, and I think you're right. I think a lot of millennials, I think a lot of people in general, they really want to be successful and they want to
Yeah.
present. They're so focused on the outcome, but everything takes hard work and commitment and discipline. So unless you're willing to put skin in the game, which is what you guys are doing by the sounds of it, you're not going to get the outcome, which is amazing. So Ritchie, if people want to get help with their digital marketing, where can they find you?
So we don't have a website. what we have is
Interesting.
what we have is an
ClickFunnels?
Instagram page. No, we don't have a ClickFunnels at all. We make ClickFunnels for our clients. We
Wow,
don't
that
have
is
it.
so funny. You are a digital agency without a website. I love it.
No, we don't, because we want to make a website one day maybe, but I feel like most of our clients are from referrals, and they can just come to our Instagram page, and they can contact us from there. We're always there 24/7. We try to respond as fast as we can. So our Instagram page is sort of like our website. And you know how
Wow.
millennials like to do things differently? We're just
Yep.
trying to like, get away from the traditional website. I know it could be helpful, but we sort of have, we just want to like keep it simple for ourselves and for our clients as well. If you have, any needs on digital marketing or marketing, just contact us and we'll see how we can help you. Because another funny thing about us is that we don't have packages. Like you don't see packages from us, like package A, B, C. It's all
Yep.
about personalized service. And we really mean personalized, not just like some bullshit other agency talk about personalized. We really want to make sure we know all your business. We go through all your clients, ideal clients, your offers, and come up with a plan. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that plan is free. You can use it all you like, but if you want us to do it for you, you gotta hire us.
That's amazing. I love it. Who can say no to that? And your enthusiasm is infectious, and I've learned a lot chatting to you today. So thank you so much for giving up
Thank you so much. Yeah.
your time and to share your experience of Millennial Digital with our community. And we'll be sharing your Instagram handle when we go live with the actual podcast. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks Ritchie for being here.
Thank you so much, Emily. It's a pleasure. Okay.